Good evening, I'm Macy Marie. Winter weather hit us hard this morning and conditions, well, they're still frigid. I'm sure many of you, like me, were scraping that ice and snow off your car, which is part of the reason we are in a severe weather alert day. Roads also remain slick in some spots, so be careful if you're going out. Meteorologist Paige Noel joins us now on what we can expect overnight tonight and what we need to look out for. Paige?
Well, Macy really hit it all on the head that we're really going to be dealing with those slick spots as we head into the overnight hours. You can see here on a UVA WISE camera, snow still on the ground there. You could see just a little bit earlier this morning, snow falling pretty heavily, and that was really the main story across all of eastern Kentucky. You could see the snow really got out of here a little bit later this afternoon, so some of those flurries still stuck around. A little bit of clearing in some spots too. Maybe some of us saw some sunshine, but as we scan the skies now, we are looking at a clean sweep, but we still have some low-level moisture in place, so we are still expecting a few flurries as we head into tonight and into your Monday as well. Temperatures, though, they are dropping very quickly, already into the teens for most of eastern Kentucky, those lower 20s down into the Cumberland Valley, and really we're going to continue to see those drop throughout the overnight hours. Another problem that we're looking at over the next few days is the rain that we got and then now the snow that's going to be melting. It's going to make those rivers rise a little bit. So that's why we have a few flood advisories in effect. Whitley, Laurel County, McCreary County, even up into Powell and Wolfe County as well. These are over the next couple of days, so we're going to have to keep an eye on those rivers as well. Now for tonight, everyone also is talking about the super blood wolf moon. What is it? Well, it's a total lunar eclipse and a super moon. Partial starts at 10:34 tonight, totals at 11:41. It's going to last 62 minutes long, so if you want to get out there, we'll talk about what those conditions are for tonight and how you'll really need to bundle up if you want to go watch the super blood wolf moon. We'll break down the rest of that full forecast in just a little bit. Macy.
All right, thank you, Paige. Since 2 a.m. this morning, crews with the Kentucky Transportation Cabinet District 12 have worked plowing and salting the roads. Right now, they're looking ahead and deciding what their next step will be. WYMT's Marianne Fletcher caught up with one busy worker to learn more.
At 2 a.m. Sunday morning, Kentucky Transportation Cabinet employees began working.
Got crews on the road and started treating.
Vincent Hayes is the Pikeville section engineer for the Transportation Cabinet.
Salt's working right now, but if it gets much colder, like tonight, calcium chloride will have to be applied.
Hayes says salt stops working below 20 degrees.
We're going to treat roads until they're completely clean and good to go.
He tells me during this time of the year, they not only deal with snow, but rock and mudslides as well.
This doesn't do anything but hurt that. The freeze thaw works those slides down, the existing slides that we've cleaned up, and there's still more above, works that down.
And right now, their trucks are divided between slides and snow.
We're limited for trucks, and we've got plows and salt equipment on some, and we've got to take it off and deal with those slides at the same time and then put it back on for this.
Hayes says use caution if you need to leave your home.
I wouldn't get out unless you had to. I'm sure a lot of churches have canceled. Just take caution if you have to get out.
Working to keep the region safe. In Pike County, Marianne Fletcher, WYMT Mountain News.
If you are traveling, both police and mechanics say to keep an emergency kit in your car in case you do get stranded. That could include things like a flashlight, blanket, and phone charger. And if you would like to keep up with the latest closings during the winter weather in your area, you can go to our website, WYMT.com. Several power outages were reported this morning during those frigid temperatures. At this time, most power is restored in our area. If you need to check the status of an outage, you can head over to WYMT.com. We have links that will alert you to those outages in your area. Heavy rain yesterday caused some issues on the road. Several rock and mudslides were reported in the region, one being on Cow Creek Road in Floyd County. Here's a picture of that. In a Facebook post yesterday, an official said the slide closed the road. At this time, one lane of Cow Creek is now open. Folks in the Bluegrass were not the only ones seeing snow today. The winter storm caused several travel issues across the United States. Here's video of snow in Burlington, Vermont, just one of the many areas hit by winter weather. More than 1,500 flights were canceled this weekend due to the weather. Amtrak also canceled trains in the D.C. and Boston areas. A death investigation is underway in Laurel County after a woman was found dead in her driveway this morning. Deputies say 72-year-old Glenda Smith was found outside her vehicle at her home off Fisherman Island Road. An autopsy is scheduled in Frankfort. We do not know the cause of her death at this time. A church in Lee County was destroyed by a fire. It was the Zoe Church of Christ. Firefighters battled the flames in dangerous driving conditions early this morning. By the time they did get to the church, flames were already shooting up from the roof. A post by the Zoe Church of Christ says firefighters were on the scene for hours. No one was hurt. And over in Corbin, a camper next to a home caught fire this morning. Firefighters were able to put out the flames before they reached anything else, but the camper was destroyed. It happened on Terrell Road. Several crews responded to that scene. No injuries were reported. Senator Chuck Schumer talked about a new plan to protect federal workers without pay during the government shutdown. Senator Schumer is pushing the Federal Employee Civil Relief Act. This act would help protect against things like car repossession, damage credit, and evictions.
800,000 federal workers have been held hostage. They're being used as pawns. If I don't get my way, I'm not going to pay these folks. That's a very bad, cruel thing to do.
This is the 30th day of the government shutdown. Not long ago, we shared a story with you about a man who turned scars into art through tattooing. Today, Draven Scott Gayhart and his fellow tattoo artists are celebrating the grand opening of their new shop in Hazard. That's called Lost Gypsy Tattoo. Their hottest commodity right now? Well, it's the Get What You Get machine. WYMT's Taylor Upchurch tested it out for us, and you can take a look at that here. Looks like if you look closely, she ends up getting a shark. And let's go ahead and see if she is brave enough to go and get a real tattoo for herself.
And then just like that, it's all gone.
Yeah, we're just kidding, Mom. I didn't actually do it. He just wiped all the ink off.
Though there was quite a bit of fun at that grand opening, these artists want the community to know as a tattoo shop, they hope to use their talent to tackle much larger issues as well. Taylor Upchurch has more.
This grand opening means quite a bit for the artists behind the doors of Lost Gypsy Tattoo.
I've basically devoted my life to it to try to get to this point that we're at today.
These tattooers say this work is not only about body art.
A lot of tattoos, in this area specifically are really meaningful stuff.
It is also about helping people heal. Draven Gayhart's wife is just one of many who has needed a scar covered with a tattoo.
She had cancer in her bicep and had approximately 60% of that muscle removed. Tattoos can absolutely change someone's life.
Whether it gives self-confidence or tells someone's story, here at Lost Gypsy,
we've talked with the Eastern Kentucky Human Trafficking Task Force.
They believe there is reason to use their abilities for good.
They have survivors that have received scars from physical abuse or have received tattoos showing ownership from their captors, and we are looking to help those people out by bringing them in so we can do those cover-ups.
Extra space in this new opportunity also gives guest artists a chance to visit Perry County.
So you can bring other styles and different people to the area, and then too, there's going to be on-site accommodations for those artists here as well. So no hotel costs for them.
Taking pride in their work and new building.
The support I could have never anticipated. It's unbelievable.
By letting their artwork tell its own story. In Perry County, Taylor Upchurch, WYMT Mountain News.
Southern Gypsies, Thatcher's Downtown, Appalachian Apparel, and the Vault 606 in Jackson contributed to the celebration today. Lost Gypsy Tattoo is located in downtown Hazard on Main Street, right next to the fire department. And still to come on Mountain News Weekend Edition, you could catch a glimpse of a rare lunar eclipse tonight. We'll show you more later. And food waste is a common thing many Americans are guilty of. How one app aims to stop that.
And temperatures will continue to drop as we head into the overnight hours. We'll break down that full forecast in just a few minutes.
When you see news happening, dial *57.